So yesterday, I don't like to deal with men that aren't solution oriented. Like, they have problems, or they like kind of whine and complain. And my son, like, whenever he gets angry, because he has like this anger stuff, and it's in his chart, so it's honest, but he has to overcome it. We're here to overcome our disadvantages, turn those trials into triumphs. And when he gets angry, sometimes he just don't know how to communicate, and he does this little pouting thing that I cannot stand. Okay, it really aggravates me, and it triggers me. So whatever when he get triggered, I'm getting triggered. So I'm like, how can I be better? Like, how can I be more patient? Like, I love those videos online when the mother knows the psychology of children and knows how to handle the children and stuff. And that's what I want to be like. I want to be able to be patient. I want to, I have to be like that for the community that I'm building. I need to know those gems. All right. So I don't, I have to face my triggers. But yesterday, so I'm just like telling him, breathe. I'm giving all types of solutions because I love solutions. And then I'm like breathing myself, like, because I'd be wanting to, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to do that. I'm already past all that. So, because I used to handle it in a different way, but now I'm like, I'm not ever gonna, whip my children or even get with them like that, unless I have to, because it's like, okay, you're going down the wrong path, you're sitting there trying to do, gang shit, going with a gun or something, then I'm gonna get with you. But I'm not gonna get with you like that because I'm triggered over you being triggered, So yesterday I was trying different things, go take a breath, or I'm gonna, do this or that. And then the last thing I was like, I was gonna act like I'm taking him to go to my mom's husband's house, right? To go be around a man, because I'm just like, he needs that. I feel like a man, with the right energy will have that energy to be able to, like, go and face him and talk to him, and that he'll understand more, of how to get over that type of stuff as a little boy. So, but I wasn't really gonna take him, but unless I had to. But basically, I was like, the last thing I was like, look, just go. I tried to communicate with him, and he couldn't communicate. And I've had that too when I was younger. I would just cry. I would cry a lot. And my mom, I remember she used to come in there and try to talk to me, and then I didn't know how to even explain what the hell was going on, really. So I just told him, look, you got to learn how to communicate, period. You got to learn how to express yourself. Because really, so basically him and his brother got into it. He unplugged his brother's TV and threw his brother's watch. And he was in his brother's room. And I'm just like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's his room. Respect his space. When he's in your room, he's going to respect your space. He was like, well, he broke my TV. So I'm like, that don't mean that you get to go and mess with his TV. We don't know who really broke it, whatever. But, so he got mad over that because he's feeling like I'm saying you can't be in there. And I don't really understand exactly what he got mad, but he felt like I was saying he couldn't be in there if he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? I was saying, like, yeah, you're gonna have to respect his space. Like, you're not gonna be able to, it was a miscommunication. It was a misunderstanding, basically. It's basically saying, like, literally, you know what I'm saying? That don't, just because you feel like he broke your TV, don't give you a right to mess and break his TV. That's two wrongs don't make it right. We're working with solutions. And he felt like, okay, I'm saying go out. So he goes in his room and he's whining or whatever because he feel like he ain't got no TV. And, I'm just like, different solutions. So as we're in the car, I'm just like, okay, if you can't find the words to communicate, go take a walk. Because this helps me too. And this will help a lot of people. Even in relationships, sometimes you just gotta take a walk. I remember being in relationships where I get in, where we're arguing and stuff, and we just take a walk. And that really helps. So I told him to take a walk around the block and come back when he's ready to communicate. So he take a walk, and it's been like 15, 20 minutes. I'm still right here waiting. He comes back, and I look at him, and I'm like, oh, I see a little smirk because he has a little smile or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you calm down. So that was the solution right there. I never done that before. We found a solution. Next time he's getting mad, I hope he takes this into account. First of all, focus on your breathing. Second of all, get yourself in nature. Go take a walk around the block. And you know what I'm saying? Like, calm yourself down so you can communicate and we can find a solution, because we don't work on problems. Let them know whenever there's a problem, there's a solution. And if you want to be taken serious, you got to be able to communicate. You know, you got to be able to address your problem, but not, you know, and try to make it where it's not in a hostile way, like where it's like solution based. So, yeah, he came back. We talked. We got a better understanding, because a lot of these anger comes from hurt, comes from misunderstanding, right? So when we get an understanding, we begin to have compassion, and we begin to get solutions. So, yeah, like we found a solution. We went in and, you know, straightened up the room, and, you know, they were able to sit together in the same room and watch TV. So, yeah, I just want to say that if you have any issues with anger, one solution would definitely be to take breaths, conscious breathing. The next solution would be to try to communicate first. But if you can't, these are the steps that you can take to be able to calm yourself down, so you can get into a space where you can be able to rationally communicate. So yeah, take a walk, go ground yourself, get into nature, and then make sure you have the mindset like, I want to solve this problem. You know, because getting angry does not do anything for your body. Getting angry doesn't help, I'm telling you. Some people may feel that whatever chemical that's let off in your body when you get angry, and they may use that as ammunition for other things, but you're running from the problems. You know, you have an anger in yourself, there's a deeper issue. So just because you got mad over this, what's the deeper issue? You know what I'm saying? What's the reason why you took on these type of coping mechanisms to stimuli that hurt you? And I had prone to depression. I used to cry a lot. And sometimes even now when I think about doing, I want to cry, but I really can't, because I know too much. And it's like, it's a comfortable space. You know, those coping mechanisms that we take on as children to be able to cope with the stimuli we're getting from our environment. Yeah, like, you know, it gets comfortable, but it's not always a solution. It's not always something like stressing and crying and putting that onto your body. That it does not help your cells. It does not help your body. Stress kills. Okay? So anger, you know, depression, like these things are stress responses, and they do not help you. So you must have a solution-oriented mindset so that you can, you know, when that stimuli comes to you, you don't react in the same way that you used to. You know, because as children, if we don't have the parents that know this type of information that can pass that on, because a lot of our parents get angry too. A lot of parents get depressed too. You know what I'm saying? We don't have those solutions, then it can be passed on. But at a certain time, you know, when you gain this type of awareness, you can start applying those solutions to your life, and you can show that. I'm not gonna hold you. My son seen me getting mad too. So in his natural chart, he was like, okay, that's what he picked up. You know what I'm saying? That's how he picked up his coping mechanism. But that's still in his chart. So it's something that he's here to overcome. So yeah, our environment shows us that. So at a young age, if we can learn how to understand and communicate to our children and not let that bother us, find solutions with them, then yeah, like that's going to help them to overcome at a younger age. So, and take on coping mechanisms to our environment, to the stimuli, to the electrical signals that's sent to us, and know how to handle it. So I'm saying, you used to get mad when somebody called you a name and want to fight them and beat their ass. Now you're just like, oh, that shit don't matter, because I know myself, I love myself, and, you know, I'm not going to let you bring me down, period. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring me down. The only person who can bring me down is me. I am my only enemy. Okay? So, yeah. I hope that helps somebody.